So if I bought a 2026 Honda Civic today, these are the 3 settings that I would change immediately. They're free, they're quick, and they're gonna make everyday life in your Civic just a little bit easier. So stick around because I'm gonna go over all those features and a couple hidden features in the trunk that most owners don't know anything about. So the first setting I would change has to do with your door locks. If you didn't know, this car has smart key entry. And what that means is if I walk up to the door of the car and I put my hand on it, it's gonna unlock my driver's side door. But what it doesn't unlock is these passenger and other side doors. But you can change that. Let me show you how. Okay, so to affect those door lock settings, we're gonna wanna scroll through the menu until we get to vehicle settings. Now, when you get to vehicle settings, you're gonna wanna scroll down until you get to keyless access setup. Now, once you get to keyless access setup, it's this first one, door unlock mode. The way the car is currently set up, the driver's door will open when you touch that door handle. If you want to change that to all doors, you can change it here. Now, before you come into my comments saying, well, that's incredibly unsafe and this, that, and the other, remember, if this applies to your lifestyle, then take advantage. If it doesn't, maybe you live somewhere unsafe or you don't constantly have kids and family getting in and out of the car, then don't change this. Have you ever been getting out of someone's car and they pull up and the car's still on and you start grabbing on the door handle and you're yanking on it and nothing's happening because you have to manually do this? Well, this is the way Honda's set up. Until the driver opens their door, all the remaining doors stay locked. But you can change that to where you're not having to play this game in the dark and try to find it to manually open it so where you can get out of the car. Let me show you where. So to affect the door unlock settings for getting out of the vehicle, we're gonna go to vehicle settings. Now this time we're gonna go to door and window setup. So scroll 4 or 5 down here until we get to it, door setup, that's what we want. Now when we get into door setup, you're gonna see door lock and then you're gonna see door unlock. We want unlock, right? Now, when you select this, this is the default. When the driver opens their door, it then unlocks the remaining doors of the car. You can change this to when you shift to park, it'll unlock all the doors, or you can turn the ignition off, it'll unlock all the doors, or you can completely turn this function off. So if you're like me, you get out of your car and chances are you got your laptop in your bag with you. I've got cameras with me a lot of times, and I start walking into a store, or I start walking into work and I go, oh my God, I don't know if I locked the doors. And then I've got to turn around and I've got to walk all the way back and start hitting the lock button to try to get something to flash or to make a sound so that I can trust that it locked. You don't have to do all that. You can set it to where when you get 10 feet away from the car and you have the key with you, it'll automatically lock. Check this out. All right, so to turn on the walkaway auto lock feature, you're gonna wanna go into vehicle settings. When you get into vehicle settings, you're gonna wanna go to door setup. When you get in door setup, you wanna scroll down until you see walkaway auto lock. This is turned off from the manufacturer. You're gonna wanna turn this feature on. All right, so these next couple features I wanna show you that change are related to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So the first is the display here. So if you wanna flip-flop these, know that you can customize that and change that. What you're gonna wanna do is come in here and you're gonna wanna go to settings. So let me scroll back to settings. Now, when we get into settings, you're gonna scroll down until you see change layout. Now, once I get to change layout, if I flip this, now when I jump back to the home screen, you're gonna see that my media is over here and my GPS is over there, right? Now, the next thing I wanna show you is gonna be custom actions. So right now, you can see that I have these custom actions across the top. So what happens is if I touch library, it's gonna essentially pull up my GPS, drop in the command, and then pull up the nearest library to me. Super cool, right?
Options are Ruiz.
So if you are constantly driving and you're looking for a gas station or maybe a particular coffee shop, whatever the case may be, you can see how this might apply to you. Now, the second custom action that I have set up is to call a person, right? So if I touch this, it'll immediately start dialing me. So I've set this up as an example, and you can see that it's dialing me right now. It's kind of cool. So if you have somebody in your life that you're constantly calling, right, instead of having to use a voice command to call them or anything like that, you can set it up to automatically do these things for you. Now, the last part is you can affect the order in which all of these lie in. And you're gonna do all 3 of these different things, those 2 different custom actions and the order all from one place. So we're gonna jump into customize. Now, when we get into customize, it's gonna pull up your launcher. Now, I happen to use a Google Pixel, so this is gonna be Android based, but it makes no difference. It's gonna look identical, right? A little bit of changes. Now, the first thing here that I wanna mention is, of course, if you wanna change the order of things. So if I wanted Whataburger to be first, I could drag that up. If I wanted to call me second, I could make that second. For this to take place, I would just unplug and plug back in or turn the car off and turn it back on. Now, let's talk about those custom actions. So the first custom actions, I'm gonna go to here to shortcut. I can do call a contact. So if I do that, I'm just gonna go to find the person I want, select them, and we're all done. It'll add them in and it'll put them at the bottom and then you'll bring them up to the top. Now that second one is like how I set it up to do a Gemini action. Now, Gemini offers a ton of different actions you could do. I've just set up for this because I find it to be one of the most common things that people would use. So I'd go to that Gemini action. From there, I would then type in a command, right? And then under it, I'm gonna label that command. Now, after you've done that, you can test it first. or you can create the shortcut. So once you've created the shortcut, it'll drop it onto this list, right? And most likely it'll be down here at the bottom, and then you'll just want to drag it up like I did. Now, assuming that I did that, let's pretend I just did Whataburger. So let's disconnect, reconnect, and get it set back up. All right, so I've disconnected and now I've reconnected back up. So we're going to jump in here. So the first thing I want to point out is you're going to see that all of these have now moved to order, right? So Whataburger's first, calling me a second, library, and then gas station, right? And now Whataburger, if I touch that, it's going to pull up, it's going to fill in the prompt for me, and then start directing me there, right? So now I have the 3 nearest to me, and it'll prompt me, and I can even say which one I want if I prefer. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is if you come in here, you can go into your settings, right? So I'm going to go to settings, and if you scroll to the very bottom, there's actually a spot where you can click on it, and there's additional settings that you can get to. If you click on that, same thing, it's going to pull up like your launcher again. You're going to have all these different settings. So there's some additional stuff in here that you can change. Now, the biggest ones for me is like I have some group conversations, and it can show like the beginning of the message. I have that turned off, right? Because I have some friends in a group chat that say some wild stuff, and that's the last thing I want my mom seeing if she happens to be in the car with me. So know that not only do you have these settings, but you have some additional ones that you can get to and take advantage of as well. Now, if your current car offers CarPlay, but it happens to be wired and you wish that it was wireless, know that here in a little bit, I'm going to tell you how you can win a free adapter. And this will set up to where now your wired connection will become a wireless connection to where you don't have to plug your phone in every time and do all of that. You can just enjoy it as you drive down the road. So stay tuned. I'll explain that at the end of the video. All right, so we've made it to the last couple bonus features that I want to go over, and most of them are going to live inside of the trunk. So let's talk about that. Let's pretend that this got stuck and you couldn't get this open, right? Or the car was dead and now the electronics don't work. How do you get into the trunk? Well, let me show you that. If you come into the back seat of your vehicle, you're gonna see that there's this little panel right here. So I've got my valet key right here. If you need to access the valet key, on the side there's a little button you can press right here, and there's a physical key. This is the key that we're gonna use. I'm gonna stick it in here and I'm gonna pop this sucker open. Now, once we get this guy open, there's gonna be a little pull tab right here. If you pull this tab, that'll allow you to pop the trunk even if the car is dead. So once we're inside of the trunk, there's a couple things that live in here that you might not know about. So the first is related to your gas door. Your gas door is connected to your door lock. So if they're open, this should pop open. But if this ever gets stuck and you need a way to open it, understand you've got a quick release that lives up here in your trunk. You're gonna see a wire that lives right here. If you pull this guy, that will allow you to pop this guy open. Now, the third thing that's living inside of your trunk that you may not know about is if you come in here and I lift this guy up. Now, this happens to be a hybrid, so you're not going to see a spare tire here. You may have a spare if you're in a non-hybrid version, but you're going to see this funnel and you may not know what this is. So let me explain this. If you come around to the gas door, this is a dual valve setup. And what that means is there's one valve here and there's another valve deeper down. So if you ran out of gas and you're on the side of the road and you don't happen to have a gas can, you're going to need a way to be able to hold this valve and that secondary valve open to where you can pour gas down in it. So if you ever run into that situation, know that you have this in your car. So I mentioned it earlier, if your car uses a wired setup for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, I'm actually giving away an adapter that'll make that wired setup wireless. So this is made by Zen. If you want to win this guy, all you got to do is head over to my Instagram account. I have a giveaway page on there. All you've got to do is follow me, like the giveaway post, and comment your favorite song to listen to while you're driving in the car. So hopefully these 3, or let's call it 4 settings helped you out. Let me know if you think I missed one. I'd love for you to leave a comment and let me know if there's something particular that you really value as a tip or a trick on the Honda Civic. Other than that, I hope you'll take advantage of my Instagram giveaway. I would love for you to win that adapter, so head on over there and register yourself to win. I hope you subscribe to the channel so when I produce content like this, you'll receive it, and you can always register to win free things as well. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and do me one favor. Get out there and get lost exploring. Later, guys!